Hey guys, Czar here, checking in with you real fast here. I think there's an opportunity right in through here. Now bear with me, I'm going to bring you back to a different screen. It's this one here. And hopefully you can see what's happening here. I'm going to explain it to you in a moment. Right there. Taking a short now. Taking a short right now, and I'm going to explain it to you. I just needed to get in on this while there was still time. Okay. How do I show this? Let me first give you a trade marker, and I'm going to tell you where I am. I'm going to go to the 3-minute chart, which you don't see me use my videos very often, but I do use it in my own trading to smooth out some of the noise that you see in many of these candles here. Watching. I'm just over on my own platform at the same time, guys, so I'm sorry for jumping around here a lot. All right. I want to be able to show you this with the sessions. And when you see this kind of action, a big drop down, impulse wave down, and this kind of a slow pulling back of a bow. Think of a bow and arrow. And you see this big move down. So it's a drive down and then a slow pull back, stretching, 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 stretching. We'll stretch to this area here. See this long candle here on the 30-minute chart? That was a very clean slide. Of course, that was the 8:30 news this morning, PPI month over month. We've now completed that. We've completed that, and we've tapped into this wick right here. And this matters in my experience. You can think of this as a giant, some would call it like a fair value gap. And it's kind of a funny name for it, but it's because there's nothing fair value about it. It's just the way price action works and the way the order book works and depth of market and so on. But you see, we've tapped into that now. Every reason in the world to believe that we can, in fact, resume this move down, this impulse drive, and then the slow pulling back of the bow, and then releasing, and then catapult back down again. I'm not suggesting we're going to go all the way back to new lows, way down here, but that's my starting place. I may end up taking profits here, based on what we see in terms of unfolding price action. We'll watch this together and see this thing unfold. Here we go, guys. So I'm also going to show you the sisters, and you're going to see something interesting here. 3 sisters. This one needs a reset. There we go. I'm going to reset all of them so we get equivalent lining up. And what you'll see here is a concerted effort amongst all 3 index participants, basically saying the same thing. Dropping. All 20 EMAs rounding over. Prices trading, closing and trading below the 20 EMA, which is now declining below and below. In the case of prior support, this is all stuff I was looking at before I brought you in here. And then prior support here, these are pivots, if you will. Prior support here. Now you notice the Dow is actually holding up higher than the rest. This would be the equivalent here to this. This would be the equivalent to this. So I'm going to use a straight line for that. Boom. Structure broken here. structure broken here, structure broken. But now, look at that. The Dow, unfortunately, the one that we are short, is actually feeling and getting some more strength here, and it's broken back up that structure, broken above, pardon me, that structure break that I just identified for you there. Be watching this very closely. This is a rather tricky configuration, as you can see. You might be able to see. So I'm going to watch this now to see if we can get that concerted effort back on this potential sell-off from here. I'm looking at a couple of other screens too, and I'll bring you in and explain to you what I'm thinking. All right, VWAP on Dow. I don't know if you can hear this construction in my neighborhood right now, and there's some grinding and drilling going on, and it's annoying to my ear. You might not be able to hear it. I'm hoping you can't, although this microphone's pretty good, and so you might hear some grinding from time to time, and I do apologize for that. Unfortunately, I can't do much about it. All right, so we're back here. Now my actual entry is 34026, 34026. So I want to make sure we're on the same page here, 34026. Not a very good entry, unfortunately. I just had to hit the market entry just to make sure that I got this in time. Clearly I had plenty of time, as you can see now, but there's no way to know that. When you start to see this thing unfolding, it's important to take advantage of it. You know, I'm actually going to put that line back again. There it is. All right, so now I'm going to put you on pause, and I'll bring you back as this thing develops. Pause now. All right, guys, I'm back. A few minutes have passed now, quite a few minutes actually, and just watching this just beginning to unfold. I'm not sure if this is the same chart I had you on when I first, or the same screen I had you on when I first went on pause. It might have been the VWAP here, but you get the idea. And so here we are. You can see prices went against us. This is the 3-minute chart, and we were over here. So it's been about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so since I let you go. And now I'm beginning to play out a little bit here. It's got a lot more work to do, of course. I think actually my target was way down here when I said I was starting with this, but I'm probably going to adjust it. And I'd like to go for about 120 points on this. Maybe 135 down to this wick here. Yeah, makes the most sense to me. The first stop obviously would be here on the 3-minute, but let's see if we can go for a little bit more on this. Put you back on pause, guys. Just wanted to show you where we stand, and I'll come back in a bit. Pause. Hey guys, back. A few minutes have passed. Each of these candles represents 3 minutes, and so it's been a while. We're working our way down here slowly. It's a slow grind. I just wanted to touch base and let you know that things are progressing a little bit here, and I'm going to bring you back. Now, hopefully everybody understands the trade idea here, the momentum in London, of course, very clearly down. We had the PPI month-over-month statistics come out at 8:30 here, and we drove down and created this big void, if you will. And I don't like to use some of the newer labels that are out there because it's, label terms are a little bit silly given that these things have been around for a very long time. I'm in my 4th decade of trading now, and have worked for some very large asset managers, some of the largest in the world over the decades. And this is all well-known stuff. Slider candle here. Some would now call it a fair value gap, and which doesn't really mean a whole lot. And but these are things that are they're real structures, and they can be profitable if you know how to use them and take advantage of them. And so this is what we're counting on here. Our prices could absolutely reverse and make new highs here, and that's fine too. But we're going to see if we can take 135 points or so out of this market. I may adjust that as we go. I'll be back, guys. I'm going to let this play out. I don't want to keep you too long. This video's already 11 minutes, but I'll be back. Pause now. Hey guys, back. A new 30-minute candle now has begun. You can see it here. And trying to break it has broken the low, but trying to work its way down here, but we'll see. It might get rejected. But I just wanted to let you know that we have a new candle here on the 30, and the 3 continues to work its way down. I will bring you back up here to the VWAP chart. This is a 1-minute VWAP, of course. And now what could happen here very, very easily is for this here to reject that VWAP and then continue higher, in which case our trade's not going to work. What I'm rather tossing the coin on is the idea of this, potentially this, and then this, in which case this trade works out. All right, so those are the 2 scenarios. What this thing can also do, of course, very, very easily, is this, and this all the way through the rest of the afternoon, or any versions of these continuing higher later, continuing lower later, etc., etc. You get the idea. But I'm guessing that it's, if I'm going to say guessing, it's educated guess over many years, and it's one of these 2 nearby cousin scenarios that are more likely to play out. All right. See this thing rejecting now already? Just getting back to VWAP here. Why don't I put that there since we basically tapped it, and we'll see how this plays out. All right, I'm going to put you back on pause, and I'll bring you back. Pause now. Oh, I had you on the wrong screen, I believe. Did I show you this? Okay. Sorry, guys. Darn, that's frustrating. I don't think I showed you what I was doing here. Scenario here, here, or scenario here, and down, or sideways. Obviously, you can do any of those things, but I'm gambling, I'm betting, I'm tossing the coin on one of these 2 scenarios or a cousin thereof. Sorry for having you on the wrong screen, guys. I've really got to get better at that. I know I do it quite often, and it just seems to be a little bit of a mental block because I got so many different moving parts here between my Telegram group, my Twitter channel that I interact with DMs and what have you, and then 5 monitors, and then of course the software, the OBS software, which is what I use for streaming. No excuses, but reasons. Put you back on pause now, guys. I'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, we're back. Things are not looking so great here on this trade, and you can see why. We had this nice pullback where we're dropping down, and now we have broken structure to the upside in this contracting type of pattern that you see here on the 3-minute chart, right? This is the 3-minute here, down, up, down, and now broken structure here, which could very well take us up to this destination called stop loss, and that does not bode well for the trade, obviously, but we'll keep an eye on it for sure and see how this thing pans out. I will take you back over to the scenarios, and you can see that right now. So we bounced off, and sure enough, and I haven't moved these, by the way, since our last get together here on this video, and you'll see that we've moved up and we're moving along here. So this is kind of where, just from a feel standpoint, really at this double top area would be the latest I would like to see this go before turning back down. If it doesn't, we're going higher, and this trade is therefore over. All right, I'll put you back on pause and bring you back as we see this thing unfold. Pause now. All right, guys, I'm back, and as you can see, this is not going the way that I wanted it to go, and that's trading. Closing the gap here. Let's see if we can stay alive. It's not looking like that's going to be possible here today. Took a loss yesterday, and it looks like I'm going to take another one here today. Although yesterday was a very profitable day, so I had many more winners and multiple R winners. A couple of 2.4 and a 2.5 R winner, and another one was I think it was a 1 R winner, and then I had the 1 R loser, which reduced that a little bit, but par for the course. This looks like it might be a 1 R loser as well if this continues. It looks like we're getting a little bit of momentum here behind the buying, so that may be in fact the case. Looking here, you'll see this is the scenario. These are the scenarios that I drew out, and we're following pretty precisely here. And again, this being the pivot point where I'd really like to see price reject here and then move down if it's going to happen. Otherwise, a super high chance of being stopped out. We're very close now, actually, just a few points away. Stop being right there, yeah. So I'll just put a line where that is. Right there, I can see that because it's on the other monitor. All right, so if we hit that, it's over. All right, guys, I'll bring you back. This is 17 minutes in so far. I'll put you on pause now. Hey, guys, I'm back. A lot of time has passed. As you can see here, these are 3-minute candles. We entered way over here, so this has been a long. So we entered around 12:30. It's now 5 to 3. It's been a very long trade, and as you can see, kind of just a little bit above or below break even here, above the break even price, but in drawdown, tiny bit of drawdown here. Wasn't significantly more. Almost got stopped out here. I will show you the scenario that I painted out. You can see we actually barely exceeded the prior high, sold off a little bit, and now it's not sure if it wants to listen to my first scenario here or the second one. I'd like it to go for the second one here. It went a little bit higher, so why don't we just adjust this? I want to show you that I'm actually adjusting it. I'm not pretending that that's where, I have some kind of a crystal ball or anything like that, which is nonsense. I've just seen this type of thing before many, many times. All right, so bring you back. I'm going to put you back on pause. We're 18 minutes into this video, and I'll bring you back to live as things develop here. Okay, pause. All right, guys, I'm back. Finally, we're getting a little movement down in the, I'll call it the right direction, but it's been a very long trade for me. Here we go, a little more movement. Let's see if this thing can continue. Make it worthwhile. That's a nice drop right there. Here we go. Here we go. Need some further, just one more push. One more push can do it. Oh, darn. You saw that sweep back up again? 305. Not sure what's going on there, but I'd love to see this thing come back down again. Wow, that's wild. That is some very wild and whippy action there, isn't it? on down. Push, push, push. It's better. Going to clear the session backdrop here so we can watch this nice and cleanly. Looking for 135 points on this. It's a big trade. Patience. I probably don't need to really say that, given that this has been an incredibly patient trade. It's required a lot of patience, put it that way. I've had the great pleasure of been having a nice DM conversation with a very good trader on Twitter, who's been refreshing and reminding me of some very important basic principles in trading that sometimes you forget, even as a veteran trader. And so, while I've been waiting for this to play out and putting you on pause, I've been having a really nice conversation, and just appreciate the community. But in particular, this particular trader, I'm not gonna mention his name, but been very gracious with his time and his energy and selflessness, and I just really admire him. And anyone like that, just being willing to give. So watching this now, I would love to see it push down, obviously, all the way to 135 points. But I'm willing to give it all back if it doesn't go our way. I'll show you the VWAP. I adjusted that a little bit if you remember. But you can see how this is playing out now, finally. And that was one of the scenarios right from the beginning. Now, of course, running into its own support here, the structural support that you see here. Running into it now and rejecting, unfortunately. But we'll see how this plays out. Reducing my stop now all the way to here. So just a small risk now on this. But I want to give it some room. I don't want to bring it all the way to break even yet, because this would be a relatively normal pullback to tap in the area of the 20 EMA and could easily stop me out at break even, and that would be fine too. But I want to see if we can play this thing out. I just have a really good sense of, well, not a good sense, but I have a sense about this that with or without me, this thing's going lower, is my sense. And I don't want to I never speak with confidence about what the market's going to do, because we simply do not know. We just don't. Patiently waiting, guys. I think I will put you back on pause again. This thing could drop or rally very, very quickly, but I just want to save you some time here, so I'll put you on pause. Hopefully I'll catch it. Hey guys, I'm back. We haven't actually moved here very much, but I wanted to bring you back for a moment because it struck me that I didn't mention this, but very often when the prices are making their way back down like this, they will get hooked up at VWAP, the volume weighted average price. So let me take you back here. And so it's been getting hooked up here. Let's put the VWAP back on. And I'm bet, yep, there it is, right? There's There's the volume weighted average price, so broke down below. Couldn't even close really below for those first two candles, tiny bit below, but rejected, because buying often comes in, and again, a buying candle, then a doji candle, indecisive. So there's a little bit of an imbalance or a rebalancing act going on right now. Then a new game begins, and what I'm betting on, so to speak, is that this will continue lower. If it does, I get to hit my target. If it reverses from here, of course, I'll get stopped out near break even because we've reduced the risk, and we'll take it from there. So here's back to the trading screen, and we will follow this thing till the end. Put you on pause now. Here we go. Back, guys. Having a sense that this thing wants to move. It's 3:15. We're in the 3:15 candle now. I want to see these two wicks broken, because the buying interest that came in here, those parties are obviously still here and defending this area. Think about it as troops. Some of them are still available here, still haven't been canceled by the price action that they're defending. And now if we can wipe them out, so to speak, with price action, right, knock them down, then we can make our way. We can advance further down the map here. Think of these resistance forces as being neutralized by price action. If we can go there, we neutralize, and clear the way, so to speak, so that prices can go lower. Here we go. Being faithful to the model. Patience. Amateur, we take profits now. I feel like an amateur because I want to do that. We're going to stick with this for 135 points. One more push, guys. Can we do it? One more push for 135. Big ones. Rejected. See this rejection wick? All right. One more push down. Can we do it? For your sake, I hope we do, because you stayed with me all this time. It's a 28-minute video so far. I'd like this thing to be finished under 30 minutes, so we got it less than 2 minutes. I wonder if we can. Let me show you VWAP again. See it there? So you can see we have made our way below VWAP. New game has begun. 10 seconds left in this candle. I'd like it to push. Now, 5 seconds left. The new candle will likely run up and create an upper wick before it drives down, but we'll see. See that? Creating an upper wick. I say before it drives down, hoping that it will. No guarantees. And now, can it flip and drive? Rejecting. Come on, Dow, you can do it. Flip that thing. Patiently waiting, guys, for that last push. "35 seconds, and then this video is 30 minutes long. And you've stayed with me all this time. Appreciate it. Not cooperating yet. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Let's take this thing out at 100 and... No, back down right here to the bottom. We'll try to get 129 points. Let's get that flip. In the interest of closing this thing down, we need that thing to push for 129 points. Wow. Patience required, guys. This is trading. This is trading. And one more. I know you can do it. Like the little engine that could. Remember that from when you were kids? Some of you are still kids compared with me. All right, one more. And oh my goodness. 20 and done, guys. 129 points out. Yes. Okay, good. Thanks for staying with me, guys. I really appreciate it. 31-minute video. I'm going to let you go. Have an amazing night. Have an amazing tomorrow's Friday. Come back and join us. We'll see what we can do tomorrow. 129-point winner. Took a lot of time, and it was worth it. Take care. Have a great night.